Patrick's Garage. Hello you guys, today we're talking about heater control valve. This type of valve was installed on many cars of 50s, 60s, 70s and even 80s. The purpose of the heater control valve is to control the supply of heated water to the cell system of the heater. This supply is controlled by the valve in two ways, both manually and automatically. If we open the valve, coolant goes to the cell system. So the air passing through the cell system is thereby heated up and then conveyed to the lower part of heater. There, the air hits the sensitive tube of the thermostat. At a particular temperature, the volatile liquid inside the tube begins to expand. The expansion of the volatile liquid volume leads to the expansion of the thermostat of the heater control valve. So the valve restricting the coolant supply to the cell system, thereby reducing the heat transmitted to the air flowing through. The thermostat then loses some of its expansion and the valve opens again. Then the process is repeated. The continuous repetition of this process causes the temperature of the air flowing into the vessel to be maintained constant. So the temperature of air entering the car is maintained at the desired level. Under the hood we can see heater control valve from 740 series and heater control valve from 240 series. Let's look at the old original heater control valve with thermostat. I don't know what inside this tube. Maybe there is mercury inside. We clearly see that valve with big superficial rust. Can we guess what it means? Leaky valve, maybe. Maybe rubber gaskets inside worn out. Let's look designation of this valve. This type of valve was be used in many cars, not only Volvo. Made in United Kingdom. Yes, if you want, you can buy this rebuild kit. But it seems to me the valve just not intended to rebuild. And if we want, we can buy parts for rebuild this valve. Some guys have already fixed these valves, but it's not easy. And I can't find this kit online. It's easier to use a central heating ball valve. I bought this valve on the junkyard. Now it's no sense to replacing without repairing. This valve may be worse than that I have now in the car. So replacing with a used valve clearly not a good option. We see original number in this plate. Some inside parts of this valve needs to be replacing. We can trust this rusty valve now. If it valve leaking, it would be a royal pain in the rear. Not only the loss of fluid is terrible, but also the loss of pressure in the cooling system is very dangerous. It's very dangerous because engine easily can overheating if the pressure loss. And this also heating valve from Honda maybe, or maybe Toyota, I can't remember now. But this valve, as you can see, without thermostat. Arrow on the body shows direction of coolant, I think so. And also we see rust on the body. This means loss of coolant. Of course, we not need using this valve. It also in wrong condition. It seems to me that I need to go to the plumbing store. Rust means that it's leaking. Sure enough, we'll not install it. In our case, it's better to use ball valve. Some of auto enthusiasts use this type of valve. Why not? This is reliable and cheapest way. Oh, yes, not original. If we want to save original valve, we need repair kit. I don't know if you know this information, but I want to tell it to you. This valve not intended to rebuild, but well, you can buy a repair kit. This means that we can fix it in our own responsibility. The main important thing is to correct installation of heater hoses in the engine compartment. This should be paid attention to. The hose from the blockhead goes to the valve, from the valve to the cell system of the heater, and eventually to the return pipe that goes to the pump. Water, coolant, goes along this way. If we put a non-original valve, we need to pay attention to the arrow that indicates the direction of coolant. If we see hardly enough, we can notice that lower molding is absent, and grill doesn't look as perfect as it could. So I dug around in my messy garage and finding out old moldings. Maybe some of them will be fit. And we need clips for fitting these moldings. I'll be using all rusty clips from another car. In our case, these clips can be using only for lower molding and can be useful for upper molding. Upper molding fixed to the hood. I find also hood molding, but it without special clips. Maybe for fixation this molding I'll be using screws with nuts and need drilling holes. Yes, with molding look will be better. And else front side might look a bit better. We're gonna figure this one out later maybe. First of all, I want to fix lower molding. It may have looked a little bit faded, but it's still present. I would have it cleaned off and then clear coated, but not today. Anyway, it would have a patina. These plastic clips are original OEM, but now don't buy cheap plastic ones at discount auto parts store. Will be better use wire clips. Cheapest plastic clips may be worse than what you have now. The front of the car was dented, so I have to bend the molding so that it fits. Cracks on the paint? Yes, there was a strong blow to the front. And the main problem might be this. But we want to put this molding nice and snug. And we hope that I fit it forever. It's still a sharp looking car. Maybe. Oh, yes, I've completely forgotten. If you're seeing value in this video, make sure you're giving it a thumbs up. I'm looking for any signs of rust, a little bit paint coming off there. These old Volvo, they're rock solid. I just don't want this sneaky little rust to make me nervous once again. Inside surface leaves much to be desired. Grill in its place. It's aluminum. Aluminum is very soft metal. We can bend it by fingers, but we can't polish it because it coated something. Just not constantly driving around on salt water. Thanks for watching.